Hey. All right. How are y'all doing today? I am here to tell you how to clean your cast iron. Now, full disclosure, when Pampered Chef first came out with cast iron, I was thoroughly intimidated and swore I would never use it. I'm eating my words because I use it all the time. So if you followed me last night, you saw we made venison steaks in the cast iron skillet. And now I left it so that I can show you exactly the best way to clean it. You see, this is from last night. Yes, I typically do not keep my dishes dirty overnight, but I want to show you how many hours later and how we're going to clean this. So one of the things is you do not want to use soap or anything really abrasive at this point. You do not have to, right? So everything, this is from the venison steak. All it is the venison and then oil, etc. So the best way I know, because I know so many people, they think that they have to soak it. You don't have to soak it. The easiest and the quickest way, and I think you're going to love it even more after I show you this if you don't do it this way, is by, I heat this up pretty hot, dirty. Yep, it is dirty. We're going to heat that up. And then I will put in some water, just enough to cover the bottom because you're not going to want to burn your fingers. And then, come with me. I don't know why I didn't bring you over here to begin with. And then what you're going to do is put your water in and let it cook. Let it heat up, let it cook, let it boil. And then you're going to take your scraper that you will get with your cast iron, which nowadays will be blue. You're going to take your scraper and you're going to scrape everything off. Now, it doesn't take long for your cast iron to heat up. So if you find everything sticking to it, this is the best way to clean it. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, why didn't I do this before? You're just going to scrape it off by heating up that water. And that's it. It is so easy. And then I will show you. So once we get all of that cleaned off, so I know so many people, myself included, who is intimidated by cast iron. Don't be, because really, guys, cast iron can be passed down from generations to generations. How many of y'all have your cast iron from like your mamas or your grandmamas or your pappies or whatever? How many of you guys have those cast irons? Our cast iron can be passed down the same way. You can make sure you can take care of it. You can always bring it back to life. So this one is from last night. All I did was heated up my cast iron to make sure it's hot enough to cook the water, and the water's gonna help all those venisons, juices and stuff come off with my scraper. And it's already done. Like, that didn't take long at all. Don't fill it up too much, because when you put your scraper in there, your fingers might get caught in the heat and you don't want that. All right, so I think we have this good. And all that is off of there. Now, I had a bowl sitting in my sink to collect the juices from that. Here is the sink. You might see some other dirty dishes because I just didn't get that far yet. So I'm going to show you from here. We already have this cast iron clean. I have you don't want to use soap, so I am just going to wet it again because it's still hot. make sure everything is off of there. I don't have anything on, because by heating that back up, there's nothing on there. Rinse it off. I always use a paper towel because your cast iron will get some residual black grease or food or whatever, and you don't want to put it on your good dish towels. So I make sure you thoroughly dry it. Because you don't want it to rust. Now you can, like I said, you can always bring it back to life. If you do have a problem with rusting and you need to scrape that out, you can always bring it back to life. Cast iron is amazing. You do not want to cook steaks any other way, I promise you. All right, so we got this all dried off. And I always like to re-season it. Now, our cast iron already comes pre-seasoned. So you don't have, before you use it, you don't have to do anything to it. On my oil and vinegar dispenser, just 1 teaspoon. I'm just gonna put that on it. Take a paper towel and make sure I smear it all over. And then it's like good as new. The key is making sure you dry it. Don't use liquid soap or any kind of soap on it. And then when I store it, because I will keep mine in the oven, I usually don't have other stuff in it because I have so much stuff. Put something down over top and put it in and store it in there. I will also be, I'm going to be going live a little bit later, maybe about 6. We're going to make air fryer French fries, and we're going to make meatballs all in the air fryer. So make sure you join me. These are the little baby cast iron skillets. I think they're like $45 for the set. We use these a ton, especially in the summertime because it's just my husband and I. And we do single serving of everything in here in the air fryer because who wants to, when you're hot, use the oven? Nobody. So that's that. I just want to show you how you can take care of and clean that air fryer after, or not air fryer, cast iron after you used it. And like I said, I did use it last night. I let it sit so that you can see how it is easy to clean. It is cast iron. It's going to be a little bit heavier. But I am telling you what, guys, once you cook with that, you're not going to want to cook with anything else. Between that and my stainless steel skillet sets, everything is wonderful. So from my kitchen to yours, catch me live a little bit later with dinner. But I just wanted to show you that. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your afternoon. See you later.